Welcome to the Motocross Supercross podcast. Podcast.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Episode 195. We are recapping the 450s of this Indy Round 11 race. I'm Adam, here with Claudio. What's up, Claudio?
Yo, so unfortunately, we're going to have to start the show with some bad news.
Bad news. Uh-oh, what you got for me?
Well, we talked about Cole Martinez and how he had an accident. I don't know if we did or not, actually.
No, we didn't.
In one of our episodes. So he suffered a crash in qualifying, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that they had to red flag the practice.
That's right. So here it is. This is a statement from his Instagram, and this is what it says. As many of you may have seen, I've gotten injury again, breaking my femur.
Oh.
Yep. It's disappointing for me to say that once again. Surgery went well, and I'm doing better than I expected. A little over a year and a week since my last injury. I'm very grateful for the doctors at the track, everyone that has stopped by and reached out. Thank you. I'm getting out of the hospital here shortly, heading to the airport and fly back to California. But yeah, thank you to everyone that has been supportive to this season, and bummed that we have to cut it short. We'll be back, God's plan.
Oh, dang. That's pretty crazy. You know, it's a dangerous sport. It's like you're going to get hurt. Everyone's going to get hurt. No one really makes it through. Actually, no one makes it through without any injuries, but that's a big one.
Dungey.
Yeah, Dungey. Yeah, he really went out on top. Like, he's like quit just at the right time.
Yeah, like no broken bones.
Yeah, he actually had to quit on his own terms, which I feel like a bunch of riders don't get to do. They just quit whenever they physically can't go anymore.
Exactly. But, yeah, unfortunately for Cole Martinez, as we know, we've had him on the show before, and he's a really cool guy. You know, what can we do, man? Speedy recovery for him, and I'm sure there's going to be a road to recovery account set for him. So, if you guys can help, go check it out and support the sport.
So, yeah, exactly. Speedy recovery, and hopefully he gets better soon, and just sucks, but also might open up some another main position for another 450 guy. So, coming into this round 12, we'll see kind of what happens. Yeah, that sucks for him, though. He was doing so good, had some pretty good rides. So,
yeah.
Bummer, but the racing goes on. And let's jump into some of this racing. Yeah, so we started talking about this qualifying where Cole Martinez went down. Let's just touch on some of these times because we have Joey Savacci with the fastest time out of everybody, pulling that 48.2.
Yes.
And then Marvin behind him, a 48.4. Cooper Webb also 48.4. Those guys were pretty close all night.
Yeah, all the way down to 7th place. They're in the same, second. Like, they're all doing 48s. And
exactly. Yeah, so Justin Hill, Dean Wilson, Blake Baggett, all 48s in the 48-second range, running pretty close. Even Tyler Bowers, less than a second off the leader with his 8th place. And legend Chad Reed with that 9th fastest qualifying time in front of Ken Roczen and Cole Seeley. So whatever Reed's drinking, I need to get me some of that.
Yeah, the Michael Jordan water.
Oh, that's probably expensive water.
Yeah, it's that sensor sticker he's got. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
A CBD water?
No, you just gave away the secret, man.
All right, well, only people who listen to our podcast will know the secret. They're all going to be drinking it, and they're all going to be, just killing the game.
Yeah, because that's what we do here. We give you the scoops. Another scoop I got for you, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, confirm. Josh Grant to fill in for Aaron Plessinger, and he will make his debut in this stacked, deep field at Seattle Supercross.
Nice. All right, that's cool. Yeah, we talked about this before the race happened, before it was even real news. like when it was still speculation. We reported it as real news. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool that that's going to happen. They showed him in the broadcast. They were like showing like little social posts with Juliana Daniels, and yeah, his was one of the posts on there with his kids playing baseball, won some kind of championship or whatever. So did you watch it? Not just the races, but the stuff in between the races while they were doing the track stuff?
What exactly are we looking for here?
Okay, well, first they had the makeup to Mud Girl. She was from Tampa. I don't know if you caught that.
I saw that. Yeah, I actually caught it, not in qualifying, but in the actual race. I was like, wait, is that Tampa MX? And
yeah.
And then I was like, is that the Tropicana field? Holy crap, this girl from Tampa.
Yeah, and she was doing the like skating stuff at the skate park right there too.
I know. She was like X Games and everything. I was like, what?
Yeah, she was like a legit and like a nurse. I was like, what? But yeah, so that happened. And then they also had like the pit board segment where they talked about the pit boards. Did you see that?
Keep talking.
Did you see it or no?
I don't know.
They were just like, oh, these are what the pit boards. Like my mechanic usually says like go fast.
Yeah. I did see that. Yeah. See, you just got to keep talking and I'll just get it.
Okay, well, I was just going to say, I wasn't a fan of all these little things they had, but like I thought it was kind of lame, but you know, they're just killing time. And the other thing they had, which I thought was cool, was they had like this little thing on Cole Seeley. They're like, oh, what Cole Seeley does. It's like, oh, he likes his drifting cars and he likes riding BMX and he plays guitar. And then it was over. And it was like literally like 45-second like special on him. I was like, what? Why would they only do that? It was so lame how short it was.
You just said it. They're trying to kill time. They need to fill those gaps between the LCQs and the main events. There's like a 10, 12 minute, gap. So they have to do everything. It's kind of like how they do the like the little videos, like the Supercross, Science of Supercross or whatever. And they're like, oh, we're doing the valve relief thing for the shocks. What? What do you? What? Why? It's just like, oh,
exactly.
We're gonna talk about what the mechanics do. Okay.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's stupid. What I would do, the Cole Seeley stuff is badass. Like if they did like a Cribs thing where they just like did a whole they could do a whole 10-minute like little thing on him just about how awesome his life is. I thought that would have been way cooler than just like 5 seconds of that and then 10 minutes of my mechanic puts on the pit board, go fast. And
I hate that.
Just
I hate when they put that because what do you mean go fast? I'm trying to go as fast as I can.
Yeah, it's like the pit board thing was stupid. The Cole Seeley, they should have just changed the length of the other thing. They should have been swapped because Cole Seeley's living a sick life and we only got to see like the tiniest little glimpse of it. Like they need Motocross Cribs or something, a little day in the life. That would be way more entertaining than whatever they're trying to do. So well, that's all I was going to say about that.
Maybe we're up to something right there, Maybe you got a good idea. But let's get back to this race. Did you see what Michael Caden was wearing for? I don't know if he wore it for the race. I didn't really notice, but he was making he did like a paying homage to the Colts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had like his jersey was like the Colts jersey, and he had the 918 in front. And then his pants were like the white with the two stripes on the side. It was pretty neat, actually. Like he did he was wearing a Colts uniform.
Nice, that's cool. Yeah, that's dope. I like that kind of stuff, especially if he's like a real Colts fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's a true fan because he didn't do that for the other races. But that's sick. I like that. I love that.
Yeah, it was really nice. But let's jump into this heat number one.
Heat number one. Dude, heat number one. We got to see something we haven't seen all year. Mike Alessi hole shot.
I know. I was like, all right. The whole shot machine is back.
Yep. Actually, I was going to say we did see it in Tampa right before Daytona. He was at the pro race. He was ripping the whole shot there. But in the pro Supercross race, we got to see Mike Alessi back out front at the beginning of the race. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, he was followed by Dean Wilson, Marvin Muskin, Ken Roxon was right there, Tomac, and obviously everybody else. But those guys were like pretty close to him. But his happiness was not gonna be long. He was not gonna last long because he made a mistake and runs into the top block.
Yeah, Dean Wilson ran him wide right there. And then actually Roxon was the one who jumped out front at the beginning of this race. And him and Dino had a nice little battle going on for this moto.
Yeah, Roxon like sneaked in too. Like it wasn't like he like jumped. He like last like the the littlest or the smallest amount of space. He would just went right in.
Yeah, and dude, this was a pretty stacked heat race because, as we said, Dean, Ken Roxon, Marvin Musquin, Eli Tomac, like what?
Yeah, Barsha was in this one too. Bogold, your wild card, and but yeah, Musquin, he got in the mix a little bit and also makes a pass on Roxon, but Roxon was not gonna let that happen, or at least not that easy, anyways, and he retaliates a little bit, and he had a nice little close battle with Marvin Musquin. Yeah, like they could have like gone down because it got really, really close.
And one thing I noticed about Roxon, that little option after the finish line where you could go inside or outside, it was like Roxon always took the outside, and then that's how like Dino got by him. It was just like, what are you doing, Roxon? You were up front, and then he just started giving positions away.
That outside was, I mean, if you can carry that momentum like very fast, you could definitely make some passes, because you'll go right into the whoops. But as
he got passed twice there, though. Dino got him there, and then Musquin got him there. Like all his passes came right there. It's like, yo, guard that inside, man.
But that's what I was gonna say.
Twice.
Like Ken Roxon was not doing that. So, but Dino with a heat win, he was feeling pumped. Marvin Musquin got second. Roxon got third.
Roxon finishing that race without his visor, just flew off like mid-moto.
Oh, yeah, because they got those stupid like magnet things. So
yeah, I think it's cool, but if it doesn't stay on. Yeah, I mean, he went half Metzger. If you're a pro rider that can just get them for free, yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, really cool. But Musquin made a nice charge on Dean Wilson right there at the end, so he finished really close right behind him.
Yeah. Eli got fourth, Barsha fifth, Blows 6th, Justin Bogle 7th, Tyler Bowers 8th, and then Ryan Brees 9th.
Straight through to the main event. Yeah, let's jump into this number 2. And we had Michael Lessie snagging that whole shot in the first heat, not even qualifying though.
He went down, so
yeah, of course. But we had someone else who's been killing these starts recently. Blake Baggett ripped the whole shot with Cooper Webb, Zach Osborne, legend Chad Reed behind him, Savachi, Seeley, Braden, they're all up there too. We saw some really cool action in these heat races.
Yeah. Especially with Webb, like quickly jumping into second place. But the action was actually happening behind him when Joey Savachi appears out of nowhere and just starts, taking names just like his teammate Eli Tomac does. And he moves up to third place with legend Chat Reed in fourth and Justin Brayton, the second in command to be legend, in fifth place.
Yeah, Savachi made a nice little pass on like Reed and Osborne, but then Reed, he just jumped right past back him like a legend. He's just playing with him. And as we saw in the past, Chad Reed, he was holding off Savachi so long, just like would not let him pass. So,
he was holding Tomac before, and then Savachi came and just passed them both. He was like, I'm tired of
it. Yeah, exactly. So it seems like Savachi is the only one who knows how to get past a legend.
Yeah, for real. No, like you're not kidding.
We also saw like some battle in between, like Osborne finally looked decent. He had a good start.
Yep.
At least. And Brayton, and everyone started kind of like passing him. We saw Brayton get by him. Baggett, though, as we said, he was dominating and running out front until he missed that triple. Ran into his own little problems, and that kind of allowed Cooper Webb to easily jump out front, and it was kind of over for that. But it wasn't over for Savachi and Blake Baggett because Savachi made another pass on Blake Baggett for that second place.
Yeah, Savachi looking really good. I mentioned it to you a couple of podcasts ago or a couple of races ago, and I said, Joey's starting to look good, man. He's starting to feel really comfortable, and he's starting to feel like he belongs up there, and he's definitely showing it. And, I can't wait to see what else he can do from here on out.
Exactly. So that's kind of how this heat race went. Cooper Webb won. Joey Savachi got second. Blake Baggett got third. Legend Chad Reed got fourth. Justin Brayton got fifth. Justin Hill got sixth. Cole Seeley got seventh. Zach Osborne got eighth. And celebrating hardcore whenever that final transfer came through, Cedric Subaris, him and his girl, pretty pumped, going straight to the main.
Well, of course, they passed Kyle Chisholm right there in the literally last second. So, of course, they're pumped.
And they're pumped. Dude, he's alive, bro. Thought he died in Daytona. So to see him out here going straight to the main, pretty cool.
That's probably why he was so happy, because he's like, I'm not going to the LCQ. Hell
Yes.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to run over.
I'm not going to get ran over 5 times.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably why he was pumped.
Yeah, so pretty cool.
Yeah, it's hard, man. I feel like this class right here, this premier class, is so stacked, and I'm kind of curious to see where Josh Grant's gonna, finish up with the field, how it is right now, because we have guys like Zach Osborne, who, he's your former champ in the 250 class, or even Aaron Plessinger before he got hurt, and they're not doing, they weren't doing much, so. I want to see what Josh Grant can do. Yeah,
we'll have to talk about that more on our preview show for Seattle. But let's go ahead and move on to this 450 LCQ, last chance qualifier.
LCQ.
We had another hole shot by the hole shot king, Mike Alessi.
Yep. And
he pretty much checked out.
But the real story here is that he was followed by Adam Entignab, who we've been waiting for him to make a main all year. Carlton Garner was there. Alex Ray, Kyle Chisholm, Ben LeMay, and Casey Brennan were all right there with him. Like you said, Mike Alessi kind of checked out. But the real battle was for second, third, and fourth.
The entire HEP Suzuki team battling for those transfer spots.
Again, which by the way is not what you as a team manager, owner, whatever, part of that team, mechanic, even the guy that puts up the tents, you don't want. Etignab almost goes down as Carlton Garner runs into the back of his bike and almost puts him down. Like that's just been Adam Etignab's former Seven Deuce story this whole season, because he's just been in the bad place at the bad time type situation, and that was like a perfect example of it. You mentioned the HEP guys right here. Yeah, they'll all battle out because they were in third, fourth, and fifth for a while, and
not sure what happened to Alex Ray, but he was battling for 5th place, and he actually did make the pass on Brendan for 5th, but then he dropped all the way to 19th. They didn't really talk about or show what happened, but
maybe something
happened.
They saw that Adam was almost, making it too, and they told him on the pit board, they're like, hey, man, just pull out.
Go down, bro.
Pull a Marvin Muskin in New York a couple years ago. But yeah, meanwhile, Ben LeMay trying to close the gap on the Tampa MX champ, Mike Alessi, as he, like a second and a half behind him, but he ran out of time and was not able to get the win. So your Tampa MX champ, Mike Alessi, your whole shot machine, gets the win on this one, followed by Ben LeMay, Kyle Chisholm, and finally, the gods and all the planets have come together and lined up for Adam Entignab, who's going to make his first main after 11 rounds of this Monster Energy Supercross season.
He made it in, Adam Entignab, in the main event. His teammate was pretty stoked for him. He was stoked, and finally, it only took 11 rounds, but he made it.
Kyle Chisholm was definitely excited for Adam Entignab.
Yeah, it's almost like the roles are reversing. We saw Alex Ray start the season off, pretty good. He made like a bunch of mains, and just lately, or maybe since he lost his wallet in Atlanta, everything started going downhill.
What if this Alex Ray that we're seeing is someone that found his wallet and is playing as him?
Stole his identity, and now he's riding his bike.
yeah, exactly.
Think we're onto something here. We're going to have to send the MXSX podcast investigative team out there to, get to the bottom of all this.
I mean, everything is right in front of us, right there.
Right there. But those 4 going to the main. Ronnie Stewart just missing it with that 5th place, even though he was a little kind of farther back, wasn't really battling for that final spot. But let's go ahead and jump into this main event.
Yeah, because once again, there's a lot to talk about in this main event.
Lot to talk about, lots of really good close racing for the entire race, and it was just a great race to watch.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And there's something I want to talk about, but we'll get to it in a minute. Marvin Musquin, he got the whole shot with a very, very close Blake Baggett and Joey Savacci.
Yeah, Baggett's been killing these starts, man. Every week he's up there at the start,
which is awesome. He needs it. You know, he needs those type of starts. He needs the type of finish like he's getting in the, like he's battling out in the heat. It's good to see him like that. Cooper Webb and Eli Tomac, they were also right there, but not like Savacci and Blake Baggett. Barsha also had a good start.
Yeah,
but he quickly made a mistake and started falling off the top spots. And kind of unfortunate for him because, his first race back or whatever, but
still good though. He was running like 5th and 6th pretty much the entire race.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it was Marvin Musquin and Eli Tomac doing what they're supposed to be doing. It is trying to be in front of Cooper Webb or start in front of Cooper Webb. Cooper Webb, who was sitting in 5th spot, battling out with Baggett for 4th at this point of the race.
Yep.
But what happened to Chad? Like, or because he was like all the way like 22nd spot.
Yeah, I have no idea. They didn't really talk about it at all. And same with Savacci. He was up there before he went down. Like he had a great start of this race too. He went down in that turn and allowed like Tomac and Webb to jump like up to 2nd and 3rd after Webb got by Baggett. So it was Webb coming through the pack up there on everyone after his not the greatest start. But yeah, we saw Tomac up there, and we're just like, all right, here we go, Tomac and Webb. Webb, though, lots to talk about here with Webb. Trying to catch Tomac, dominates the rhythm section, pretty much jumps the corner, hits the tough block, and makes a pass on Tomac, all in like one little sweep right there.
Well, and before that, he was running. He made a little mistake. He stole the bike. He was struggling a bit. I mean, even to get. He allowed Baggett to go on to 3rd. Meanwhile, Marvin Musquin is still up front, opening up this gap. But let's go to what you just mentioned because
the incident.
Yeah, the incident.
The pass. He's coming through that rhythm section, and he totally cross-ruts. You can see it clear as day. He cross-ruts, jumps through the corner, lands on the tough block, kind of runs Eli high. I think he got scared. He was going to get taken out. One maybe a little too high. I don't know. And Cooper Webb makes the pass. But it is kind of a controversial pass because did he cut the track?
Well, I don't know about if cutting the track, but he definitely went off the track. Like he was out of the track and he came back in and gained a position. I mean, AMA has not done anything about it. I don't know if they will at this point.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But the rule says you cannot gain a position once you're off the track. And technically he went off the track. He got really lucky he did not hit that camera right there or the microphone, whatever that is that was right there in that corner. First off, he was very lucky that he did not go down once he hit that top block. Second, and then he got very lucky that he, did not take out Eli Tomac because the amount of speed and the amount of, momentum that he was carrying through that section right there into that turn.
Oh yeah,
it was dangerous. It could have been very dangerous, and if he would have hit Eli, he probably would have gotten hurt.
Yeah, maybe. And it could be just because I'm a web wagoner, but I don't think there's any punishment to be dealt here. It seemed totally accidental, and it didn't really seem like to me that he jumped too much of the track. He definitely cut that corner a little bit on accident. I mean, I don't even know what you would even expect him to do. He's like turn around and go back and then go through it again. I mean, there's not really, his options are very limited there. So I think he did the right thing. I don't think it was a big deal. Tomac had other issues. Whenever Webb did get past him there, it was over for Tomac. He just started dropping. Every lap, he was just losing so much seconds. He was right there behind Webb, and then at the end of this race, he was 20 seconds behind. He was 15 seconds behind Webb. So after that happened, it looked like Tomac pretty much just gave up and was just trying to just salvage his 4th place.
I don't know. I don't know what happened with Eli after that, but there's something there, and I feel like if it would have been anybody else, something would have been done.
You think just because it's Eli, people are like,
Not even because it's Eli. I think because it's Cooper and
oh.
how he's playing this championship. I feel like
You just want Cooper Webb to get docked so we can make this points championship a little bit closer.
I don't know if that's what I want. It would be cool, but I don't know if that's what I want. But it's definitely, I mean, the rules are there to be follow, and if you go through the rule book, it's you can't go off the track and gain positions, dude.
Well, we've seen the AMA inject themselves into the stupidest things ever with the whole Barsha warning and then all that kind of stuff. So it is almost surprising that they haven't got involved in it, but I like that they didn't so far at least.
And that's the thing, like they disqualify Bowers for bumping into Barsha and even though like the race before that, what was it, Oldenburg and Martin did the same exact thing.
The same race.
That's what I'm saying, like right before that. In the 250 class, same thing happened, like exact same thing, and nothing was done about that. So once again, getting it done, AMA. Good job.
Just that inconsistency of the AMA, of course. So anyways, that's pretty much how they ran till the end of this race. Like we said, once Webb got by Tomac didn't really retaliate at all. He was just dropping seconds and seconds and seconds. But KTM sweep again. We got Marvin Musquin just dominating out front. He was able to hold everybody off. Finishing only 2 seconds behind was Blake Baggett.
Baggett almost got him too, because he showed him a wheel right after that. Like Baggett was on fire, charging towards the front.
He was going for it, for sure. And that made a really great race too. Just that battle for first got pretty intense, and the crowd was loving it. Yeah,
but KTM sweep once again, just the other way around. Blake Baggett as the middleman. But
yep, in Atlanta we saw Cooper Webb, Blake Baggett, Marvin Musquin. And now here in Indy, we get Marvin Musquin, Blake Baggett, Cooper Webb. Tomac able to salvage that 4th place, though.
Yeah, and also Justin Barsha with a solid race, and he got that top 5. Good for him.
Joey Savacci behind him in 6th. Zach Osborne 7th. Ken Roczen, though, another race out of the top 5. 8th place. Once he just had a bad start, and he couldn't get anything going.
Well, once Ralphie and Ricky jinx him,
Yep, that's right. They did jinx him in Daytona, and just hasn't been the same since. Dean Wilson, 9th place. Justin Brayton finishing out that top 10. Legend Chad Reed, 11th. Cole Seeley, 12th. Tyler Bowers, 13th. Justin Hill, 14th. And Claudio's wildcard pick. If you guys listened and picked the same as him, then you were right. Because Claudio, you picked Justin Bogle to get 15th, and he did. Nicely done.
You're welcome once again. Kyle Chisholm in 16th. Michael Essie in 17th. Chris Blows 18th. Cedric Subras 19th. Adam Etignap 20th. Ben LeMay 21st. And then Ryan Brees 22nd. So if you picked Justin Bogle as a wild card, good job. And then if you, by any reason in the universe, picked Adam Etignap to make the main event, good for you.
Good job for your fantasy team. And Marvin Musquin on fire, looked really good.
Yeah, and then also I want to point out that I mentioned, a long time ago that Marvin was going to get the win before Ken Roczen. And, well, it took forever, but he did. And he also closed that gap to Cooper Webb to 14 points.
That's right. So we had a great race with a new winner, Marvin Musquin. Cooper Webb still leading the points, 243. Marvin Musquin taking that 2nd spot, 229. Eli Tomac sitting in 3rd with 222. Ken Roczen still not that far behind Tomac and Musquin with 216, but they got a pretty big gap on 5th place in the points. Blake Baggett with 184, and then Dean Wilson, legend Chad Reed sitting in 7th in the points, and then we got Brayton and Barsha rounding out the top 10 in the points right now. So good that Barsha's back. Maybe he can, obviously hold on to his top 10 in these points, but maybe he can gain a couple positions too.
Yeah, and Ken Roczen better watch out because if Blake Baggett keeps finishing like he's been doing the last couple weeks, he's gonna catch up to him and take that 4th spot from him.
Yep, especially if Ken Roczen is finishing like 8th and 9th.
Exactly. That's exactly.
So, exactly. And yeah, Blake Baggett's still searching for his 2nd win, but it was just cool to see another winner. KTM's, though, they're dominating this time of year.
Dominating.
And I think that pretty much is everything we need to add in here for this Indianapolis recap. Is there anything I missed?
I think we got it all. I don't know how we can play out the numbers, but if Eli Tomac was to win every single race from here on out and Cooper Webb, just kind of gets 2nd, I think Cooper Webb is going to be your champ. So not looking good for the rest of the field. Definitely looking good for Cooper Webb. Maybe Marvin Muskin can repeat this weekend in Seattle. I don't know. Let's hope for a mutter, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, as we could see last year, anything can happen here in this Seattle race. A mutter would definitely make things very interesting. And I don't know. I don't know if that still can stop Cooper Webb. I don't know.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't know. I mean, there's definitely going to be a mutter, but we don't know when. So stay tuned. Make sure you guys follow us everywhere at MXSX Podcast. Adios.
See you next time. Peace.